Jasmine, thank you for joining me.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
You know, it is so fun to see you in Spelling Bee, but it's like you're so vulnerable as Olive Ostrovsky that I was like, I think I want to give her a hug in a juice box, you know?
Yeah.
So
It's sad she doesn't get one at the end.
She does.
No.
So how do you find that level of honesty in this character, which is a very different character from Betty Boop?
Right. It's just about being able to be vulnerable with yourself and to allow yourself to go there, even in front of a group of strangers every night. And it can be a lot. But when we were working in the room, Danny Mefford, our director, he created such a safe space where we were able to play and dive deep. And we talked a lot about our own childhoods and those things. And so it's just about trusting that work and believing in ourselves and bringing that to the table. And it can be a lot. But it's also healing in a way to do that every night, because we were all children once and it's a huge part of our lives. And so to bring that back to the surface is, it's an honor, honestly. Yeah.
And as vulnerable as you are in the show, I mean, the show's a joy bomb.
Yeah,
you know that.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
It is.
So tell me about making that leap from Betty Boop, where you were just a newly minted, Star is Born leading lady, and now you're part of an ensemble.
I love it. You know, it's very relieving in a way, because I get to share so much of that attention. Like, you know, with Boop, I had an amazing cast around me as well, but the show is called Boop. It's about Betty Boop, and she is leading the charge. In this show, I'm sharing space with all of these incredible actors, and it's a story about every single one of us in a very complete way. And it's amazing. And you know, some people think it's a step back in a way. They may see it that way, but when you look at the work that we're all actually doing, I don't see it as that. I see it as just that this charge forward in my career of doing good, honest work. And that's all I want to do. And that's why I did the show. Yeah.
It also has this aspect of surprise, because you have audience members on stage as spellers, as contestants in the Spelling Bee. Tell me about working with the general public.
It is wild. You never know who you're going to get up there, and they try to vet everybody just to make sure that they're going to participate well in the spelling, follow the rules, you know. Yeah. And we haven't had any weird experiences yet, but it does keep everything fresh every night, and it's always exciting because you truly never know who you're going to get up there, and you're watching people have fun in a way that they may have never had before, and be vulnerable with you up there, because we're asking them to go and stand in front of a microphone, which is something that a lot of them don't ever do, and play with us on stage. And it's so fun.
And you have a couple of celebrities come every once in a while.
We do.
Tell me,
I mean, we've had Daniel Radcliffe, which was wild. Annalie Ashford came, Stephanie J. Block. So we're very lucky. We're very spoiled over at the Bee.
What words did they have to spell? Do you remember?
Oh, goodness. Well, you know, what got Daniel Radcliffe out, funny enough, was the word theater. Because there's an English spelling and then there's a British spelling technically, or they're both English. I apologize. American and English.
Which one did he go for?
He went for the American ER, but technically we use the THRE here anyway. So it was a nice little trick they did.
He was trying to fit in.
He was. And he asked, he's like, "We're in America, yes?" And he's like, "Yes, we are." But he got it wrong. It was great.
You know, it's been an incredible year for you.
Thank you.
Now that you have some distance from Boop, how do you look back at that experience? And as you know, of course, you were our Broadway.com vlogger, so you have like a little capsule video diary of it.
I need to go back and watch that, actually, because I feel, in a way, it passed by so fast, literally, but also just in an emotional way. It just happened, and I don't think I was able to fully take it all in as it was happening. I tried, but it was just so much good happening all at once. Looking back, I'm still kind of just astounded by it, but I'm really proud. And I get these moments where I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I did that. And I can't believe that I'm doing this, because this has just been my dream for as long as I could remember. And I'm doing it, and I'm making it a reality for myself, and I get to do it every day. And I'm in awe of it still. Yeah.
You've been performing since you were very young, and you have experience with being competitive.
Yes.
as a dancer and also with the Jimmy Awards.
Yeah.
Do you tap into that at all with Spelling Bee?
A little bit. I definitely think of the kids, Olive is the least competitive in nature besides maybe like Leaf. Because she just wants to be there because
Leaf Coney Bear,
Leaf
for
Coney
those paying
Bear,
attention.
yeah, played by Justin Cooley. She is there, but she wants to win, of course, but she's there because she loves to spell and there's nothing else she'd rather do. And I think that's the thing that I tap into, is that like I'm doing the thing that I have to do. Like my life needs to be in the theater. And I think for her in her little moment, in her little life, the thing she needs to do is spell and to do the thing that she loves the most. So there's definitely that aspect that I tap into, yeah.
But you must also see, especially with the real people who are coming up to spell, the nerves.
Oh, yeah.
And you must have had that yourself.
Yeah,
Although
always.
when I go back and watch those Jimmy Awards, you're like so present, so there.
Thank you.
I don't know what you were feeling inside.
Yeah,
You didn't look nervous at all.
It was all a front. I was so nervous. I remember after I sang my solo, Easy as Life, I walked off stage and I think my legs kind of like gave out. And I almost fell down the stairs in the back of the Minskoff. And it was very dramatic. And then like all the boys that were on that side of the stage like caught me. It was very, very dramatic. But I was very nervous. When that light
hit you, you were just ready.
Thank you. Yeah. But I definitely was shaking my legs. Oh my gosh.
So you can tap into that a little bit.
Absolutely. It's always there. No matter how many times you do it, there are moments you're just like, here we go today, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And you already know what you're doing next.
Yes.
Which is you're going to do the Wild Party at Encore. And you're Queenie.
Yes, I am.
So I hope you've been practicing saying, "Where the hell's my ice?"
Right.
Which is a line in the show. And Queenie was a blonde.
Indeed.
So we're going to have a different look.
Indeed, I'm really excited about that.
This is really a stretching yourself as a performer. From Boop to Olive. These are not normally tracks that like... Yeah. The same performer would all do. Like it just feels like range.
Thank you.
In a really great way.
That's all I want. I just want to do as much as I can and stretch myself. I mean, it's also very nice to have other people see that I'm capable of doing in these array of roles, but I want to strengthen my craft. And I was talking about this earlier, even vocally, it just is a huge leap in a different way. And so I'm just interested in doing good art that also challenges me. That's all I want to do. And I'm having so much fun.
Describe Queenie for people who don't know that character.
Oh my goodness. Queenie is a woman, she's described as ageless, but she is a woman, she's a vaudeville performer who in our show will be a black woman who maybe is struggling with her identity, but she is trying to figure out who she is in this world. And she's been a vaudeville performer for so long. But she hasn't had the success she wishes. And she is just a woman who wants love and tenderness and care, but also has had a very rough life. And we watch her deal with that and realize that maybe she is worthy of a softer life. So I'm really excited
to see.
But
there's also debauchery
debauchery all around. And she loves the debauchery. She lives for it. She lives for the attention.
Unlike Olive Ostrovsky, whose best friend is her dictionary. Indeed. These are very different people.
Yes. I love playing those women that love the limelight, but playing Olive is really, really nice and very difficult in the fact that, she is so reserved. But there's a lot of joy in her, and I love finding that as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of tenderness there. Tell me about working with Kevin McHale.
Oh my goodness, I love him.
Fan?
I actually never watched Glee until the pandemic. Okay. And then I watched all of it during the pandemic.
A binge watch.
Yes, but Kevin is so amazing. He's such a genuine human being. He is kind, he's gentle, he's hilarious, and he's so smart, and he's obviously an amazing singer and actor, and he's a good person, and it's been really nice. I always love meeting people that you may look up to, and you see them on the big screen, but they're just regular people, and that's the coolest thing about him. He's just very genuine, and I really enjoy him.
Have a little connection.
They do.
Did you get to meet some of the original cast members on opening night? Tell me about it.
I did. It was so amazing. Almost all of them came. A few weren't there, but it was so nice.
Celia Keenan-Bolger,
Celia was there.
Played Olive originally, and Jesse Tyler Ferguson.
Yes, I got to speak with them, and I'd met Celia previously, but it was really nice to just see them, see the thing that they created, truly they created. I mean, a lot of it was based on their own characterization and their improv that they created and brought to these characters into the show. And so to get to watch them watch it have a new life was really, really exciting, especially because this show, Spelling Bee, launched so many of their careers, and they have so much love for it. And it's just incredible. And it's an honor to get to carry their torch on a little further. Yeah.
And Boop is going to go out on tour.
It
So tell me what that's going to be
is.
like for you to see someone else take that on.
I'm excited. I really am excited to see who steps into those little red shoes. It's a lot, but it's such an honor, and it has been such an honor continuously. And the love that everybody on that team has for Betty, and to do the justice of telling her story and to bringing her to life, is so incredible that I know whoever they find to play her is just going to be such a star. And I'm so excited for it. And it's going to be life-changing for her. And I can't wait to see it.
So this time last year, you were in a very different place in your life.
Yes.
Now that you have some perspective, what are you carrying with you from all of that? I mean, a Tony nomination and this huge musical, and now this like great connections with this off-Broadway musical, and wonderful things on the horizon.
Yeah. I'm trying to carry the assuredness that I found in myself, and just reminding myself that I'm in the right place. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And there's a confidence that has begun to grow in me that I carry with me a little bit more. And I'm just excited to continue to do the work and to meet new people and to live out my dream. It's been so cool. I was looking back over the past year and I was like, this was the best year I've ever had in my life. Not just because of, the awards or this, but it just all was perfect. The people I've met, the experiences I've had, it's been unmatched. So I'm just going to carry that joy with me, and knowing that I'm capable of amazing things, which is Betty Boop's little motto, is you are capable of amazing things. So I'll always carry that with me.
And now with Olive Ostrovsky, you can also expand your vocabulary.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you for joining me, Jasmine.
Of course.
Always wonderful to see you.
Thank you. You as well.